I wanted to make a Instagram devotional about just this concept of whose kingdom you're building on Earth, whether you're building your own kingdom, kind of, or you're building God's kingdom. I feel like this is an important thing to think about, especially if you're doing any work, any ministry work, or well, just anything really that God may be calling you to do. You want to make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. So anyway, I'm basically going to cut out this picture I took in Rome of some kind of weird temple and get rid of the sky using Photoshop's magic selectory thing. And then I'm going to make the background black, I think, which might look really weird, but might be kind of cool too. So we'll see how it looks and see whether we like it or not. Let's see here. I think that's good. That was quick. The new Photoshop has a way better system than the old one. Great, that looks excellent. So I'm going to save this as a TIFF because TIFFs can store layers. Actually, a PSD is probably fine. So I'm going to go to Instagram devotionals, and I'm going to go to source files, make a little folder just for this new one, which should be number I think 23. Personal Empire, I think it's called. Okay. And this is going to be columns. If I can spell columns, I think that's right. That's wrong. Let me check that. Sorry, I hate spelling things wrong, and especially if they're file names, you never end up changing them, and you're haunted by them. That is correct. Okay. Moving right along. We've saved it. Now we can go to After Effects, and we can import the photo that we created. So I'm going to bring in the file. Let me just get it over here. I'm pulling it up on a different screen right now, and there it is. I'm not really sure how it's going to import all the layers because I did hide one of the layers. So I think that will work. Oh, I got a screen here. Okay, so choose layer. I want just layer 1, and I think that will work. Let's see. Okay, it worked. Just really big. Yeah, it worked. Okay, so I'm gonna make this smaller. Yes, that's what I wanted. And what I wanted to kind of do was sort of put it like down here like that. And then maybe somehow play with how it looks. Do some interesting visual work with it. So I think I might do like a color correction, like alter the saturation, make it look a little different than it looks now. Okay, they're kind of dead looking, because the idea is kind of like the kingdoms on Earth don't really last. They're not worth building by themselves without God, without, the kingdom at play. So I kind of don't like this part of the picture. Let me go back into Photoshop and just remove that if I can. I'm going to use the magical selectory thing. And that's perfect. I'm going to just delete that because I have layer 1 selected. And then I'm going to save this. And I believe I should be able to just sort of right click on this feature and refresh it. Or I'll reveal in Explorer it's not File Explorer. I wanted to reveal in the project. Reveal in project. There it is. So I can just hit, oh, it already has refresh. And you can see it doesn't look very good. So let me go back over here and do a better job of deleting that whole thing here. So I'm going to go here like that and just delete. and then I think I'll try to make sure I've truly deleted that stuff. Maybe I'll go here and find the eraser item, which is here. So I'll make this a little larger and just make sure it's really hard to see. Okay, great. Let me save that. Okay, cool. And now if I go back into After Effects, oh wow, it updates right away. That's awesome. That's way better than the old version. Well done, Adobe. You've done a phenomenal thing. Okay, so now this is very, very straightforward. I'm going to have the text up here. I'm going to have it sort of do a vertical white fade as the text appears. I might do some other effects too. Oh geez, that text looks weird. That is not what I want. So let's do, well, let's type in what we're going to say, which I already have in a document. So I will paste it in. Okay, and now let's make it a lot smaller. Reduce the distance between lines. Great, I want to center it, so I'm going to look at paragraphs over here. Good. I want it to be white. I don't like this font at all. I don't like having a line around. Ooh, maybe like this is fine. No, don't like this font. Let me try to find a more appropriate. Ooh, that might work. Let's try making that smaller. Are you building your personal empire? Or are you building God's kingdom? One lasts a lifetime. One lasts a lifetime, the other lasts an eternity. Okay, so ooh, no, darn it. Okay, so I want to make this, there you go. I think. Maybe I try this again. Okay. Looks fine. And that's pretty good. So I think I'm gonna do some emphasis work on the lettering here. Make this a slightly lighter, a slightly lighter, like not a pure white, like a gray, like here. And I'm gonna go through and make these pieces actually white. Like that. You know, I can't see that at all. It's very faint. All right, let's try that again. Let's make this white, or gray rather. A darker gray. Good. Okay. And then I can make these white. Oh geez, that's not working at all. I guess I can just select it like that and then just do this. That works better. Okay. Are you building your personal empire? Or are you building God's kingdom? One lasts a lifetime, the other lasts an eternity. Now this could have just been a picture, and arguably I should have made it a picture, but we're already on this road to making it an animation, so we'll make it an animation. And I'm going to use a vertical wipe. Okay, so that would be under effects. It's going to be like a linear wipe. So I'm going to just go linear. Oh, geez, there it is. Linear wipe. Very straightforward effect. Not a lot to see there. I'm going to make this 0, and we'll see where we are with this. Okay, so I'm going to up this a little bit. So I kind of want to start here. there should be some text on the screen. So we're going to start there. And then, I guess over the course of 5 seconds, that's reasonable. It will do the whole transition. So first of all, that is already, no, it's not. This needs to be keyframed, so I click here, and then I'm gonna go to 5 seconds and make this be like that. Now, I don't know if that's gonna have the right impact. I guess that does. Let's take a look again. Building a personal empire, or are you building your own kingdom? Okay, so I kind of want to have a pause there, like here, have a bit of a moment where it like gives you a second to breathe. So I'm gonna turn on. Let's see. Transition to here. So I'm gonna go here and copy this keyframe, and then go here and paste it. So as it plays, it will say, are you building your personal empire, or are you building God's kingdom? One lasts a lifetime, the lasts an eternity. So that's a little too slow. Let's bring that in a little closer. And this one will also keyframe to give it a little more slowness. Okay, let's try that again. Are you building your personal empire, or are you building God's kingdom? One lasts a lifetime, the other lasts an eternity. That feels a little fast near the end, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit. One lasts a lifetime. Yes, I think that works. Now I'm going to up this a little bit. Yes. Okay, I think that has a good tempo to it. And then I think I need some kind of motion or animation to spice this up a little bit. So I think what I'll do is I will turn on 3D stuff. I will make this a camera. Here's the camera setting. Turn that baby on, and then make these guys 3D, and then put this like behind something, but make it bigger, make it like larger. And then, oh, is that going to screw up the animation? No, it's fine. Okay, and then what I can do is have the camera kind of move a little bit over the course of what we're doing. So this camera will have kind of a positional animation. Positional animation, that's not a real thing. Point of interest, let's copy these. Let's make this the final state, the 20-second mark. This is not a 20-second animation. This is a 15-second animation, let's be honest. So 15 seconds is our end. Whoa. 15 seconds is our end. We end it like so. Bring this guy in here. Or actually, I think I can hit the O key, right? Nope, that does not work. Okay, I'll just go here. And I can see on that up here where it's ending. So let's make it end exactly at 15. Perfect. And I'll move this guy to be at the 15-second mark. Great. Okay. Now I will make this closer and like down more and have this be the point of interest can be higher, and we'll have this sort of like do this. So the idea is kind of like, I guess the idea is kind of like this gets smaller, kind of. That's kind of something. Kind of works. Let's try to get some other kind of effect on this that makes it more interesting, because it's kind of boring right now. I have these interesting lens light leak things. Let me see if I can use one of those. Hold on. I think I already have them in here. I do. This guy. These things. Let's drop one in and see if we can maybe use this interesting effect for some purpose. Yikes. Okay. So the idea of these is that you kind of like add them because they're over black, so you would put them in add mode, and you would just do something like that maybe. That looks kind of cool, but I think I might have a better one. Let's try this one instead. That one's longer. Okay. Definitely used that one before. So I've used them recently, or I used them at the beginning of my work with After Effects for this devotional page. But one of the things I found was that some of them didn't really work that well. I think they were expecting a higher quality, like a better version of After Effects, or better computing, or whatever better codecs. But now with the new After Effects, I'm assuming all of them should actually work. So I'm going to paste all of them in to this folder, which hopefully happens instantaneously. Yikes. Okay. And they're like 4K and stuff. So, oh, and there's extra ones too. Okay, so hopefully this goes quickly. Oh no, it's not responding. That's not good. Okay, they're all here. And then there's more that I can bring in right over here. So I'll bring those in too. And just have some fun with this footage. This is like a free stock footage. Now and again, I always keep an eye out for new free stock footage, because or new, like, this kind of footage where it's like just this cool, weird, like, kind of effects. You never know when they're gonna come in handy. And certainly for something like this, I'm totally fine using something along those lines. So that one's 3 seconds. This one's, let's see. I'm looking at the durations up here. I want the longest one I can find. 9 seconds. How about this guy? Unless I'm not reading. Yeah, there you go. Okay, it's huge though. It's like 4K, I think, or I don't know. Huge. Some kind of big resolution. Let's see. Where are you? Let's add. Let's blend mode it as add, or lighten. Add. Okay. All right. That's kind of cool. And then like so it starts off kind of like vivacious and lively, and then you realize that, like, you can't take this stuff with you, like the other one's eternal, this one's not. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do some saturation work. Alter the hue of this, maybe make it more goldeny, like, kind of Rome red. Oh, that's kind of cool. Jeez, that's too bright. Okay, let's lower the brightness. Okay. That's cool. I really like that. Okay, so let me raise, because I want the final position of the text to be as good as possible. As good as possible. That's the best adjectives I could come up with. Sorry, folks. Okay, so let's raise this guy up a little bit. And let's see what we have here. I think this might already kind of be done. Okay. I'm going to, I think, render this actually. Let's see. This light leak thing looks very interesting. Let's just see if there's another option. I'm not 100% on that yet. Let's see. So that one's long. I want a long one. That one's 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds. That's good. 7 would work. "13 seconds. Holy cow. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, let me hide that for the moment. Stick this guy on here. And that's huge. Let's make that smaller. This looks kind of technological. I don't know if I like this one. Oh, that looks really nice. Though I don't think I want to use this one this time. It's like the multicoloredness of it looks just like too city-like and modern. I feel like it doesn't speak to time passing and stuff like that, which is what I was kind of going for here. I will use that in the future, but that's a really nice light leak. But I won't use that one today. I feel like that's not the right one to use today. Okay, so this one's a sci-fi one. That's not gonna work. These are really short, I think, unless they're very long. They look short. Hold on, let me check. Oh, they're super long. Okay. Let's see. What is this one like? It looks kind of busy and weird and kind of low res in a weird way. Let me get rid of that. Okay, I think I like this one. And the effect is not extraordinary. It's mostly just the text. And I think the text kind of speaks for itself, which is fine. I could turn on time remapping and kind of slow it down a little bit, because it's not like I want it to be this like fast and busy looking. I'm okay with it being a little slow. And actually, I'm really okay with this text being above it, in a way. All right, folks. I'm gonna render this and see where we stand, and I'll check back in a moment. Hey everyone, the render completed. I was okay. I had a typo I had to correct. And I'm thinking of adding a little bit more spice to it, a little bit like of a lens flare or something like that. So these will be like a probably 2D effect, so I'll remove the 3D view. And that lens flare looks good, but kind of cheesy, so kind of low quality. So let's try to envision a better way to do that. Let's make this larger and a little more blurred out probably. Let's see where we stand with that. Okay, looks abstract and interesting. I like that. Let's maybe add some kind of like lens blurry kind of thing to that. Okay, I think that's good. Let's make this a little more blurred out. Well, it looks nice. And then the light leaks kind of work with that. Though you can see there's like an issue here, so I have to turn on repeat pixels, and that will fix that. Okay. So that looks a little bit better. And then I think I want to add some kind of maybe film grain or something to make it look more cinematic. So I'll add some kind of grain to it. Add some kind of like something that makes it look a little bit more real looking, kind of distress it a little bit. Let's make this less crazy looking. Reduce the intensity a little bit. Make it a little bit smaller. Ooh, that looks weird. Okay, and then I think I can do something to make, I don't know if I can do this or not, but if I can make that transition look a little bit more creepy looking. Not creepy, just like odd looking kind of. So I think what I want to do is use like an edge, roughen edge. What will that do? Let's see what that looks like. That does not work. Ooh, geez, what do I do? Okay, let's try roughen edge again on the text layer, and we'll reduce that down a lot. So this look kind of, it makes it look a little distressed, I think. I think that's the point of it. But I don't want it to make it too difficult to read. So kind of like that though. It makes it look more real looking, more abstract looking. Let's see here. I can make a different color. That's interesting. Roughen color. Ooh, that looks interesting. I don't love that though. Let's make this black. Ooh, or make it red, maybe. I don't like that. Spiky. Rusty. Are you building? Okay. And then I think if I add like a shadow to it or something, it will pop a little more. Drop shadow. So that's a good effect for text, just to make sure that it doesn't have any issues with legibility. Make it really close and make it a little soft. So it's really hard to see if it's working. Maybe the distance is too small. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Let's make the distance like 3. Maybe 5. It's not bad. Okay, and I want the lens flare to be above text, I think. Yes. Okay. That looks a little more professional, a little more interesting looking. Are you building your personal empire, or are you building God's kingdom? One lasts a lifetime, the other lasts eternity. Eternity, right. Do I need the dots? I guess I kind of like the drama of it. Okay. All right. Let us render this and see if we like it more. Talk to you soon. I'm back. I completed most of this last night, but I just wanted to touch it up one more thing. I removed that erosion effect, or whatever it was called, that roughening effect. I don't think it looked very good in this kind of video. And what I wanted to do was kind of add a horizontal lens flare effect, the kind that you might see in an action movie with and actually that effect it's kind of interesting to know where that's from. It actually is because of an anamorphic lens. It will create a horizontal lens flare. It's actually a little tricky to create, so I think by creating it, we'll be able to. Sorry, I'm thinking while I'm talking, but I think oh no, what happened here? That wasn't good. Let's do that again. Copy, and I go open this. Oh, they're the same. Okay. Ah, sorry. Okay, so main will be what we, and this will be final. Let's do that. That's really, that's a really confusing naming convention. Let's just not name this one. That'll be the real one, and this will be sort of the pre-comp. I should have just used the pre-comp tool, whatever. Anyway, so if I go to this one, we'll get rid of all this, and we'll drop in this guy, and we'll put it in twice. All right, we'll put it in twice, but we'll mute one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use extract, and I'm gonna only target the really bright part of the scene. So I'm gonna raise the black point. There you go. It's only the really bright stuff. Maybe a little bit of the text, a little bit of the lens flare, maybe a little bit of the item there. I'm gonna add a little bit of the softness so that it looks. No, sorry. It would be black point softness. Let's do that one. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of softness in here. And then I'm going to do a blur, but I'm only going to do a horizontal blur. That's going to make this horizontal line. Let's see, where are you? Cross blur, radial blur, vector blur. Vector blur is probably the one. Compound directional, fast box blur. Let's just do Gaussian, that's probably fine. Okay, right, horizontal only. So we want like that horizontal line look. There you go. And I can raise the black point to make it less common. Further do that. So then when you add that on top, you can see what this does. It adds this sort of like horizontal blur line for any really bright items. Do we like that? Let me raise the black point. Reduce softness maybe? Yeah. Right. Okay. Why isn't it getting tagged on the word eternity? Lower the black point. Okay, I like that. And it kind of gives you a so yeah, because anamorphic lenses have like a wide are really wide picture. What ends up happening is they actually anamorphic lenses produce a wide picture. What they're actually doing is they're scrunching down a really wide picture onto a square frame or an otherwise not wide frame. So, ooh, there's an issue here. Not noticed that. Let me quickly open up this guy. I want to just edit that picture again. I'm going to open up Photoshop and open up this picture. Let's see, open effects controls. I think I can just open Photoshop and go to reset. Yeah, that's fine. Column. Okay, so I'm going to move this window over. Okay, so there's clearly something over here that's hard to see that I need to get rid of. So probably the way to see it would be to create a new layer. So I'm going to duplicate this layer. Going to make it visible. I'm going to select everything. I'm going to fill in. Nope, not stroke. I'm going to fill in black so that it's easy to see. And there it is, you can see it. So now I'm going to go to this layer, and I'm going to just get rid of this line. And actually with this picture, I can kind of see a few more little things I don't like. So I'm going to go to this power selector. Let me select edit, select deselect, and I'm just gonna select this. So I'm trying to get rid of this white like cornery thing because it looks weird. Make this really small and just get in there. Great. It's really a great tool, honestly. You know, it works extremely well. Excellent. I'm gonna get rid of all this. Whoa, it selected a lot, I think, or nothing. I guess it selected nothing. Let's all right, it's not picking anything up. So what I'm gonna do is use the eraser tool, make that really small. Make it a little more powerful. Oh, where's the power? Oh, because I can't do that. All right, that's fine. I'll just click around. And there we go. That's solved. What else looks wrong? It's good enough. Now we're getting into the area of things that no one can see anyway with a Instagram video. So that's probably fine. Notice I had to select all in order to get to edit it. You can't really edit things that you haven't selected. This was something worth knowing about. This looks wrong. Let's get rid of that. Okay. This whole edge looks wrong. Let me make this a little larger and we'll kind of just fade it out. That's fine. Okay, that's good enough. I think that works. Let me save this. And it should update right away, which was not true for the older versions of Photoshop and After Effects, but this will update immediately, I believe. And sure enough, it has updated immediately. That's incredible. That's really cool. Major improvement, Adobe. You guys are awesome. Okay. So we've added our horizontally lens flare thing. I got my film grain effect. Got my new lens flare on top of my other things. I think that's good. I think we have everything we would want in this video. Let me render this and see where we stand, and I'll come back if it's not right. But if it is right, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like and comment and all that good stuff. Have a good day.